Saga, saga, saga. What does this mean? And if you have heard of the word before, you may be wondering what it has to do with literature. We will uncover the mysteries around our topic today. But first, let's travel a bit into the past. The word saga originates in the Vikings era. It is used to tell stories about that era. It tells stories of the voyages, historic and legendary events. Today, a saga is referred to as a long story or a chain of events. It is actually used in two ways: to describe something long and boring, to talk about a collection of bad events. Let's see examples. Hey, don't ask Dembe about his day.
Why?
Oh, you don't know him?
I do, but why shouldn't I ask about his day?
Oh, please don't, because he'll tell you the saga about work. It's going to be really long. Yeah, his stories are never ending. They go on and on and on.
Oh, thank you for saving me.
Alright guys, apparently Dembe's story would have been a long and boring one. Thank goodness we didn't have to experience it. That's the kind of story that makes you want to roll your eyes. Please. Alright, the second meaning of a saga is a series or collection of unfortunate events. Let's see an example. Did you hear about the day Nene had yesterday? On her way to work, her clothes were ripped open. Oops! She went back upstairs to change, then fell down on her way back to the car. She was frustrated, then started her car. Halfway to work, her car broke down. No! She screamed. At this point, she was running late and couldn't wait for them to tow her car, so she called a taxi. A few blocks to her office, the taxi stopped because it had no fuel. Furious! She paid the taxi fare, came down, and began to run on foot to work. She finally got to work. 15 minutes late, she rushed to the conference room because she had a presentation. She got there and realized that she forgot all her presentation files in her car. Or was it at home? Nene couldn't believe the day she was having. She went to the bathroom to cry. She was indeed having a bad day. Then she tried to call the towing company to confirm if the files were in her car. They said it was not there, so she immediately knew it must be at home. Then she ran out, hailed another taxi back home. Her bad day only got worse because there was a gridlock, no movement. The traffic was bad. She managed and finally went home to pick the files. It wasn't there. No way. It must be here. She had another crying episode. What a bad day. She just laid in bed and said she wasn't going to go back to work. Then her phone rang. It was her boss. He called to ask why she wasn't there. She broke down and explained everything. He then said, Nene, the files are here. Apparently, the taxi that brought you to work said you forgot it in his car. She sighed and cried some more. Whew, that is quite a sad story. I feel really bad for Nene. She really had a very bad day. This is an example of a saga, a series of unfortunate events. Nene's experience was from one bad event to another. Most literature stories come in this form. It is essential that you find these chains of events when reading any story with a saga. See you in the next class. Bye.